Hello, everybody. My name is Barry Johnson. I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of Studio Talk. Today, I'm going to pull out my crystal ball and I'm going to make my prediction on what the new UAD Spark product is all about. So let's get to it. All right. So if you've been watching my channel anytime for any length of time whatsoever, you know that I've had some pretty harsh criticism of UAD lately, okay? Obviously, UAD is a product of Universal Audio, of which I am, for the record, I am today, and I always have been a huge fan of Universal Audio's products and the company, quite frankly. I think they've done great things over the last few decades for sure to help us, especially once they entered the digital audio workstation world, okay? And so I think they're an exciting company, but in my opinion, and my criticism, okay, has been about the fact that they've sat on their technology for far too long. The Shark processors on their that they use for DSP to be able to run their plugins, as well as to be able to track with no latency, are long in the tooth, to say the least. The bang for buck that you get from a cost ratio standpoint is literally 10 to 15 years old. That's been one of my complaints. The second complaint has been that I think their plugins are just unrealistically priced. Now, yes, they do make fantastic plugins. They certainly have a collection amongst their plugins that are the very best the industry's ever seen, okay? And some of their plugins truly do rival, as close as anyone has gotten, to actual analog hardware, okay? Now, that's not all of their plugins, okay? And then on top of that, you have other plugin manufacturers like Softtube, as well as Plugin Alliance and Brainworks and all of that, who are making some amazing freaking plugins today that, quite frankly, many of them are already rivaling the quality of UAD's plugins, and others are likely to be on their way. Okay, so that has been the biggest beef I've had. In other words, if they came out with more powerful DSP processors, even though I don't think we need DSP today, if they came out with faster DSP processors, I would have no criticism of that, or at least to say no legitimate criticism of that, okay? And if they made their plugins more affordable, I would have no legitimate criticism of that. So what do I think they've done here? Well, honestly, basically, of my videos, I know Universal Audio is aware of my videos because they have gone in and chimed in and commented several times on my videos. And if this guy is right here, reading between the lines in their cryptic response, it's been very clear to me that they're making clear to all of us that something brand new and exciting and extremely compelling was on the horizon. I think that's what Spark is. Here's what I think they're going to do. I think they're going to take all of their plugins to a cloud-based subscription model. Okay, that's going to be the first thing they do, cloud-based subscription model, making, in effect, their plugins more affordable and, quite frankly, enabling them to extend the life of those plugins, because for those that actually find value in software plugin subscriptions, of which I think there is some value to an extent, okay, it will be greatly appreciated. Many others will go in and chime in and be angry about it. But the bottom line is, my guess is they're going to give you both choices, so you can choose which avenue you go down. But I think all of their plugins are going cloud-based and subscription-based, which for me is an exciting step numero uno. Now, next, I'm rubbing the top of my crystal ball, And the next thing I'm going to say is they are finally going to offer their plugins native. Yes, I'm willing to bet the bank that they are going to provide their plugins natively. Now, the question will be, is it true native or will it have the restriction of Luna? In other words, will you have to use their DAW to be able to utilize these things? My guess is I think that's probably where they're going to go. If they do, good first step, but I think a mistake, okay? But anyway, regardless, either one of those moves would be freaking fantastic, okay? No, I don't think this announcement has anything to do with further development of the Apollo or further development of their current DSP processing units, aka their satellite units that you can either get via USB, Thunderbolt, or PCIe, okay? And so to be able to run their plugins. Now, what would be very, very, very interesting is if they took a page out of Avid's hybrid engine book. Now, this would really get things exciting. I don't think they're going to do this, but man, if they do, they're going to have this guy right here screaming from the rooftops, bye, 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 UAD plugins, and embrace it with everything you've got because it'll be the best of all worlds. What is that prediction? That you will still be able to run these plugins via DSP for low latency tracking. Now, I'm going to push that a little step further because that in of itself would not be that mind-blowing, would it? No, it wouldn't. We're going to take that step further. Can you or will you actually be able to use your satellite units to be able to run that plugin with no latency? Now, if they do that, my gut tells me now I know I'm reaching for the stars here, baby. I know I'm grasping at straws on that one. But if they were to go that far and it actually got that freaking mind-blowing, I think at that point it would be so compelling it's off the freaking charts to be able to run that through. But I think it would possibly or most likely have the restriction of having to utilize Luna as the only way to do that. And I think if that's the case, that is certainly a fair compromise if that's the case. So what are they going to do? I don't know, but that's what I think is going to happen. And I'll be honest with you, if this happens, I think that this is going to be some of the most exciting news that we've heard in a very long time. So put your comments down below. Let me know what you think this new product's going to be. And let's all sit around and have ourselves a cup of tea while we wait for March 30th to find its way into our inbox so we can be enlightened by the Universal Audio Spark announcement. Cloud-based subscription model plugins. That one, I'll be shocked if it's not that. The other things, a boy can hope, can he? A boy can hope. All right? All right, so anyway, let's see what's going on. In the meantime, do this guy here a favor. I'm not always this animated. If it's the first time you're watching me, I actually calm things down in my normal videos. But I think this is a fun talk, and I'm a little bit excited about it. So in your excitement, if you're excited too, do me a favor. Hit that like button, then move that thing over and hit that subscribe button. Really important, helps me out. And then help a brother out and hit that notification bell out there so you know when I've got a new video out. Until next time, I hope every one of you have a great day. And if you're like me, you can't wait for March 30th to find out exactly what is going on. Until then, have a great day.